Okay, so let's just begin by taking a deep breath. Let's just breathe in that sacred light, that sacred love, the presence of spirit, the presence of God that I know fills this space. It overflows, goes out and connects with all beings. I'm knowing that our light and our love is so felt here. The joy, the excitement, the enthusiasm, and coming back together. We feel that energy move through every cell of our being, every fiber of our being. And so we feel gratitude, such gratitude for this time together, for this opportunity to once again join together. What a joy it is. I'm knowing that today's service is filled with an abundance of blessings. I'm knowing that it just rains down upon each of us as we are here today. And I'm knowing that we receive the absolute perfect insight that will be supportive to our life right now. I'm knowing that whatever is heavy on our hearts, I'm knowing that it receives the love that it needs for this time that we are together here today. I'm knowing that the music is such a blessing and opens our hearts today. All these incredible musicians that have come together, what a blessing it is. And so for gratitude for all of that, just taking another breath and feeling that energy in our heart just open and expand more and more and more, expanding till it fills this entire space. Our hearts are connected one to the other. And we feel that love, grateful for that love, grateful for this time, knowing it is blessed, knowing Spirit is here, blessing this container, this beautiful, magnificent, extraordinary container of love, our heart tribe. Thank you, God. Thank you, life. And so it is.
Sorry, but I'm looking at the thing. It's still me. Okay. So it says that we're going to a song, but we are not. So we are starting with our talks.
Sorry, y'all. We're getting used to this.
Okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay. So give me one sec here. So isn't this amazing? It's exciting, but what, it's so quiet right now. Yeah, hold on. Getting ready. Getting ready. Yeah.
So the theme for the month of October is going forward together. And today's topic is divine community. Is that perfect or what? Yes. That's just so perfect for our first day back together and celebrating together. So you're going to hear from each of us ministers today speaking on this topic. The word community comes from the Latin word commune, which means common. And so we share so much in common, yeah? We share beliefs and practices and values, and we come together with this common purpose and desire to support one another and to unite as one. Mark Nepo says, it's not by chance that the word community contains the word unity. He points out that what's possible for us is rooted in the very word community. We've learned a lot about the meaning of community in the last year and a half, have we not? Being forced to separate from each other made us appreciate community even more. I want you to take a look around this room right now. And although you can't see the smiles on people's faces, but you can connect through the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. So just connect with the people at the tables and those around, and those online. Connect with those faces that you see there. Just connect just for a moment, just connecting with each other, just saying hello. Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful thing it is to just be together again, and what a joy, what a true joy it is. The pandemic, okay, let me just talk about the pandemic, okay? Is everybody sick of hearing about the pandemic? But the pandemic really has forced the entire world to move from I to we. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So suddenly it's no longer just about our own lives. It's about, or those around us or those we know well, but it's also about everyone else across this entire planet. The Dalai Lama said that we must conceive of ourselves as part of one community, ahead of that one humanity. So seeing ourselves as we, not just as an I. Moving from I to we requires that we open our heart a little wider, including those who are different from us. We've done fine surviving in our small little circles, our small circles of friends and family and those we know well in our spiritual community. And that's worked. That's worked for us for a long time, and it's gotten us through the pandemic. Thank you very much. Yes, but the world then got shaken up like a snow globe. Can you picture that? Yeah. And we've witnessed pain across this planet by so many people. And we unite with these souls, even though we don't know them, but we feel a connection to them. So we can't help but expand our heart to all of these beings. The definition of community, I believe, is changing. And it needs to change. It needs to change to be more inclusive of all. We don't have to share the exact same beliefs or practices or even values. But we just simply need to honor each other because of our shared humanity. Mark Nepo said in his book, More Together Than Alone, in the beginning, when the first humans came across each other, the more fearful one said, "You're different, go away." The other said, "You're different, come teach me everything I don't know." He said that we're born into both tribes and we can move from one to the other depending on our level of fear. If we let fear lead us, we won't ever be able to create a global society based in compassion and love and generosity and cooperation. So let's join the Come Teach Me What I Don't Know tribe. Yeah, let's join that tribe. Let's join together and unite with those who are different from us. Let's take their hand and bring them into our heart tribe. We are all on the same journey, and we need each other now more than ever. Let's take time to find out each other's story, letting go of assumptions and opinions and judgments, and embrace each and every person for the unique and special expression that they are as a soul. Wendell Berry said, "Community exists only when people know each other's stories." So let's find out who each person is. Let's find out the stories that people have to tell. Let's open our heart. Let's widen our circle and listen. In the words of the late Joe Cox, former member of the British Parliament, we are far more united and have far more in common with each other than that which divides us all. All of us have an incredible opportunity right now to move and make the conscious choice from I to we. I'm now going to pass to Rev Jenny, and she's going to continue with the message.
Thanks, Lydia. So we're kind of splitting things up today, and we really kind of have a whole new format for you as well. So this is part of the change. And the part that I really wanted to speak about this evening is the fact that we are offering dinner together after service. Many of you know that food is really important to me. It's been very important to me over COVID, just like most of us. And food, we really thought was an important part of how we were structuring this new thing that we're calling happy hour, which we're calling happy hour not because you can bring alcohol in your bottle that you're bringing with you, or you can have it at home, but unfortunately in this building, they don't allow us to have alcohol. We were really looking forward to maybe having some beer and wine with dinner, but that's not gonna happen. But we all know, don't we? We've all heard so many times about how important it is to have family dinners every evening to catch up and connect with your family. Well, this is our spiritual family. And so we felt that it was important to have dinner with each and every one of you this evening. That act of breaking bread together. One thing that I love about food, besides all the flavors and the sensations in my mouth, is that it builds community. And we are here to build our community. We are constantly building our community. We have people joining us all the time. We have people who have stayed for a long time, and we have people who move on. And so building community is really a constant forethought in our mind. But just think about those times that you have spent around a dining room table with your friends, laughing and sharing and getting to know one another. Maybe connecting with your children or with your parents. Barb and I get to play cards with my parents many times a week as we serve dinner almost every night. And then my mom's boyfriend of 25 years comes over 3 nights a week and we serve him dinner and play cards too. And you know, exactly 5 o'clock, that's right. It better be on the table. So we're making you wait till 6 because we figured that you're grown-ups. But food, it helps us to slow down. It helps us to take the time to take a breath out of our busy days. We get to laugh and we get to be with each other wherever we're at during that day. We set aside our phones, our devices, which, by the way, if you haven't turned off your devices, if you would do that now, we'd appreciate it. Put them on silent. And we give each other our intentional attention. So community, Leah spoke about the word community. And when we're in community, we have companions. The word companion comes from an old French word, compagnon, which is a conglomeration of 2 Latin words, com, which means together with, and panis, which is bread. So we are meeting together with bread. It literally means one who breaks bread with another. And so tonight we gather here as companions on our spiritual journey. Now, besides coming together to share in our spiritual growth and learning for our minds, as we explore the weekly topic, we want you to consider our weekly dinners together. It's been a long time since I've spoken in front of a crowd, so forgive me. Normally I'm in front of my computer, and that's really easy for me.
You're missing your cat.
I know. Lily, I need my Lily Karma, that's right. Anyway, we want you to consider our weekly dinners together as another way to foster your spiritual growth. And because we're meeting in the evenings now, and we know that many of you usually spend this time preparing for the week ahead, you're getting dinner, you're getting kids ready for school, you're laying out your clothes for the workday next week or whatever, we wanted to serve you dinner to take that part of your Sunday night ritual out of the equation. Yes. So you won't be so pressed for time and feeling all the pressure of getting all of that together. So we hope that you'll just sit back and relax and use this time to listen to each other, to really connect mind to mind, heart to heart, to give each other lots of love, because we need that nourishment for our minds and our hearts, just as we much need nourishment for our bodies. So we are going to be providing dinner every week free of charge, because we know we need to know how many dinners to order in advance We're going to ask you to register for the coming week on the Monday after this week. So tomorrow, you'll have to register for next week if you want to be here in person so that we know how many dinners to order for the caterer. And for those of you online, we would love to invite you to stay online for dinner. Bring your dinner back to your Zoom room and have dinner with your Zoom group, because you all have been gathering just like the rest of us for the last 18 months. And having dinner together is really enjoyable. So you have the opportunity to connect through your Zoom room just as we are connecting in this room. So I would just say to all of you, help us continue to build this beloved community. Join us for an hour of happiness for your mind and another hour of happiness for your mouth, your tummy, and your heart. Bye. Hang on. That's so good. Oh my gosh, we came into set. I want to say, first of all, like if everybody could turn this direction and just love David. Out of hiding. And came here over the Thursday, Friday, whatever day it was, and preset all of the gear and all of the, and I don't know what we would have done had you not answered that call. I know they've been in the woods forever, and oh my gosh, bless you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I put my headset on, which by the way, really with the new hair, what do you think?
Yeah.
I put my headset on and it was like, what? I almost started crying. I started crying actually. I was like, wow. The community. So a guy named G.K. Chesterfield wrote, "Beloved community is not an idea that has not been tried and found wanting. It has been found difficult and not tried." And I thought, well, that's kind of not true entirely. Like it's true here in the US, I think very much. But indigenous cultures have done this forever. This idea of caring for the village ahead of the individual. That the caring for individuals cares for the village, but caring for the village is what comes first. And believing in the well-being of the village, you grow up with that, and tribes based on this idea of an interdependency. Like a codependency has been given such a bad thing, but really like interdependency of well-being and care. And of course, then you care for your neighbor, and of course, who is ill, and of course, you share from the bounty of the hunt and the bounty of your gathering in your garden and all of those things. As I was writing, I almost went to send an email out to everybody and say, if you have extra from the garden, bring it. We have a pile of books, so I was told Jen we should do a book exchange too. And here in the US, I feel like we've made independence into an invisibility cloak, and we use it to hide our grief, and we use it to hide anything that doesn't fit into this thing of fine. I'm fine is our invisibility cloak. I realize I'm fine makes us, it hides everything. It makes us invisible in some way. We wear this invisibility cloak called I'm fine, and we lace it up with how busy we are and how busy we can prove ourselves to be. Brene Brown tells a story about how a village where the women went forever to go to the river to wash clothing. And then at some point in the village life, they got washing machines. And within a year, they had a problem with depression and dependency on other substances to feel better, and anxiety and separation. And I thought, wow, we have we have depression and anxiety and out in the world like crazy. Maybe you have it in here, a pandemic of COVID and a pandemic of busy and a pandemic of fine. And oh my gosh, I never want to use the word fine or hear the word fine again. And so the three of us got together
seems like a long time ago now. It was actually. We got together to talk about what spiritual community might look like and what beloved community might look like and what would fire us up. You know, what would get us fired up? And we came to this place of conversation and food. And so our service from now on will be shorter. The service part, the talk part, except for maybe today because there's 3 of us and we all talk too much. But that part will be shorter, and we've left room for table conversation with some questions. If you all need prompts, we'll have to learn how to talk to each other again too, without being rude. Or rude in line all of a sudden. It's very weird. But it really dawned on me that this breaking bread together that Jen spoke of, this breaking bread together may really be the communion that we all seek. This idea of communion, common unity, the communion of souls, longing for real connection, for connection that matters, and that isn't superficial and fine, a communion of souls seeking greater spiritual clarity and wisdom, coming together to learn and grow and be inspired and be of service and to be served. Why has this been found difficult, this idea of beloved community? Because people are annoying. People can be annoying. And it rubs against this idea that we have perpetuated, that we're supposed to be rugged individuals and only show up if it's fine, you know, and only show up if everything is laid out perfectly for just me. Real community rubs off our edges. Someone will be annoying at some point. And we will love them anyway. Someone might push one of our buttons. It's okay. Okay. Some weeks we might not love the food. Some weeks it might be more convenient not to be there. I know the introvert in me has always looks for one of these excuses. You know? I mean, there is a part of me that's like, I'm all signed up, and then when it comes time to go, I'm like, yeah, but stay home. Real community, the beloved community shows up. As we sit, I don't know about you, Bob, but we spend a lot of time in conversation about what we want in the post-pandemic life, about what in our life really served us and what in our life didn't. Is anyone else having these conversations? Like everyone, right? A few things got really clear for me personally. One was that I want to grow older with a village or a tribe of people who look at these things in the face, these things of somebody's annoying or I might not like the food this week or whatever, and they show the fuck up anyway. That's what I want in my life. And I haven't always been good at it, and I'm going to be better at it. I probably won't say that word again in church for a long time. I told Jennifer why. I wonder that I might. I know, right? But I want to be with a village of people who will come together with an understanding of reciprocity and care. You know, who show up with a casserole when someone is sick and who stay and stack the chairs and help pay the bills and set up the tables and make the room more beautiful. And most importantly, are ready to have the difficult and hard conversations that sometimes come along with it, and the inspiring conversations, and the grief-filled ones, and the joy-filled ones, and the real ones. It's been a hard flipping couple of years. And we could just know that with each other, right? And give each other some grace in all of it. Because here's the thing, I think we are our people. I think you're my people. I think we are our people. And I want you to know that you matter to me, and I want to know that I matter to you. And one question I had in this was, if you're ready to stop being a congregation and start being a village. You know, I know how to grow a congregation. We did that. I don't really care about having 500 people in a room ever again. Well, we didn't have 500, but we had 3. Whatever. I want to be with people that I can look in the eye and know in a real way. I want to be in joy-filled community I want to be in a common union of souls who are living life abundantly together. And sometimes that abundance means that we're sad. Sometimes that abundance means that we're happy. Sometimes that we're just real. Oh my gosh, just real. And so I want to ask, what say you to that? And if you don't want that, maybe if you don't, you're the community here. If you guys don't want that, you want to go back to being a congregation, you just need to email and tell us, and then we'll figure it out.
But we're still not wearing nicer clothes.
I'm still.
You're just lucky we didn't wear yoga pants.
Here's the thing, this is Sunday evening. If you're out hiking all day, I want you to show up in your smelly hiking shoes. Right? Let's just come and be together like real people. If you want to dress up, awesome. If you're coming off the golf course, come off the golf course. If you're coming out of the mountains on your bike, do it. Samuel Butler wrote, all the animals, except for humans, know that the principal business of life is to enjoy it. You want that one again? All the animals, except for the humans, know that the principal business of life is to enjoy it. I kept watching my dog while I was typing that sentence. I was like, yeah, she just like, whenever she wants my attention, she just comes and headbutts me for a rub on the head. We don't ever do that.
There's a reason for that.
I know, right? So do this. Let's do this. Stand up with me if you're comfortable. And if you can, while you're standing, close your eyes a little bit and think about all that's happened over the last 20 months. The good, the hard, the weird, the extra weight, the weight you lost, the weight you gained, whatever. The time locked in together, if that was your experience, the time alone, if that was yours. And now open your eyes and I want you to high five yourself like that. And if you did it with somebody else, turn around and high five them, because this has been hard. And you made it through this crap. We're not done yet, I know. Who knows, winter is coming, whatever. You can sit down, sorry. But however it looked, we've made it through. And we're all going to be okay. We're all going to be okay together. We're all going to be okay together. Brene also wrote, a deep sense of love and belonging is an irreducible need of all people. We are biologically, cognitively, physically, and spiritually wired to love, to be loved, and to belong. You are loved. So, so there's some questions on a piece of paper on your table. It's just 3. We have 25 minutes, 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes before the kids come back and we have dinner for you to just chat and hang out and be together. And I would like to ask, let's have some merging on the tables. Come on, leave your mask on so people can be comfortable. I think everybody in here almost everybody's green, but can come on, join.
I hear the music. I hear the music down in my soul. Down in my soul. I hear the music. I hear the music down in my soul. Down in my soul. Oh, I hear the music. I hear the music down in my soul. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home.
Oh, I think, should we circle up? Right, we up for that? Can we do that? Stay, keep your distance. Do what is appropriate in terms of spacing. Only hold hands if you're comfortable. I don't want anybody feeling weird. So I also I want to bring to mind here Val, who's been with us for like 3 or 4 years now. I don't know. I lose track of time. I'm not good at time. 2 years through the pandemic. This will be her last evening with us. She's getting married. We're hoping to bring her in as a sub now and again, so you can, boost that into but like all the blessings on this next step in your life, that's huge and amazing. And you have been such a beautiful presence for us. So thank you for everything you poured into it over this online experience, which is not how you ever planned to do music, I'm pretty sure. So, right. All right, everybody, let's just take a deep breath. I'm gonna hold these close to me. Here's what I know right now. I know right now here in this room that there is this presence, this power, this idea of something so much greater than ourselves that moves and breathes and has its way with us in this very moment. It is in the laughter of our kids as they come on into this prayer if they want to. We're praying if you want to come in. We're just praying. If you want to come in, you can come in. Oh my God, to get our kids back together, to get this life and love and energy of being with one another into a room. And as we breathe into that connection and know absolutely that we are one with each other in this idea of beloved community, that we hold this container right here, right now, that encompasses the love. It encompasses the letting go and the grief of this last week. It has been huge this week for many, and I know right now, I know absolutely right now that Bob, that Paul, that Santa, that they are within the energy of this room right here, right now with us, that as we hold the space of knowing that all is life and light and love, that it is right here. And that we send those folks off into this greater experience, greater yet to be, that we do not yet understand, and yet know that they are walking with us in every single moment. I know that in this time, perfect work, perfect homes, the outward, this expression of home for each and every one of us. And that Marie especially, right here, right now, the place that she calls home is calling her. I know this is also true for David and his family, that the place that they will call home, and that all of that is just simply working its way out, and the rest is just details. I know absolutely that each and every one of us connects with this greater idea of health and well-being, that love is what vibrates in our very souls, and that it vibrates in the cells of our bodies in a way that just lifts us up, breathes through us, allows us to know and experience the vitality of our beingness on this planet. Just like that high five at the beginning moved something through you, that in this moment something moves through each and every one of us, lifting our physical beings into the perfection that they are already. And we know it. We absolutely know it. I know absolutely that as life changes, that as movement happens within our families and in our lives, that there is something that is birthed that takes care of each and every one of them. And so I know this for Holly, Carolyn, Eric, Kristen, Finn, and Ralph, that there is a peace of mind and order, that there is a peace of life, that there is joy and expression in all of it. And I know that whatever word I speak for any particular person, if any one of us is seeking that within our hearts and minds, that we connect with it at this energetic level, and it is done. And so, and I speak this word of grace for this community called Mesa, Northern Colorado. Words of and feeling of gratitude for those who support this community financially in whatever way, then in all the ways. Oh my God, it's been such a couple of years, and you have been so steady and faithful and amazing and gracious and kind. That this community continues, this common unity just continues to feed our souls and our beings, and that we find this way to communion with one another. I give thanks for all of it. I give thanks for this beautiful teaching called The Science of Mind, which anchors my life, probably yours. You wouldn't be here. I give thanks for you being here with us in the room, with us online, in every way that there is. I give thanks for this growing community of expression and life and joy and realness and letting go. I give thanks for letting go of the word fine. I leave room in my mind and in my heart and in my day for the universe, for God, for Spirit itself to return answers to these prayers that are so much bigger and more magnificent than I can imagine, that I know, and I take the time to notice that something every day happens in my life for which I can look up and I can take a deep breath and I can say, wow, that is something bigger than me at work in my life. And thank you. And I ask you, if you would like to claim any part of this for yourself this evening, to join me in those very simple yet intensely profound words. And so it is.